for the Comprehensive Childcare and Development Act, passed by Congress and vetoed by Nixon in 1971. So the CCDA, Childcare and Development Act, would have reestablished federally subsidized, locally administered childcare centers across the country with a sliding pay scale based on income. And that would mean that every American family would have access to subsidized childcare that reflected their income. How amazing does that sound? No, truly, how amazing does that sound? And it was actually genuinely a bipartisan effort because many Republicans had not yet been radicalized against the humanity of women and children under the guise of pro-family values, which is really another way of saying patriarchal fear-mongering. So the defeat of this childcare investment would become a turning point for pro-life conservatism that we see today, where it is pro-life to withhold medical care from pregnant women. And if they perish a slow, painful, preventable demise from sepsis or miscarriage, so be it. That's pro-life, baby. That's pro-life. So the CCDA was so nonpartisan that even Nixon supported it. Nixon. In fact, Nixon actually campaigned on promises to invest in federal child care support because the science and intuitive knowledge was so clear and uncontroversial, all right? And listen, this is what we're talking about. The first 5 years of human life is really critical for brain development, okay? The quality of care, attention, and the environment that babies and children grow up in will establish the cognitive and emotional basis for the rest of their lives, okay? And this is so non-controversial that even the Princess of Wales does all of her advocacy work. Her signature issue is early years education, as in educating the public that the first 5 years of life are absolutely critical for neurodevelopment, right? And Nixon absolutely understood this. So in April 1969, he said this to Congress, quote, I don't have a good Nixon impression, so I'm not going to try. I wish I did. I just don't. In my message to Congress on February 19th on the Economic Opportunity Act, I called for a national commitment to providing all American children an opportunity for healthful and stimulating development during the first 5 years of life. I again pledge myself to that commitment. No such commitment has ever been asked in our nation. No such pledge has ever been given.